everyone. I was just trying on the medium of this flannel shirt. Still big. This one's not as soft. I wish the cuffs were wider, but they are long enough. I mean, if I reach up my hands, I don't love that it does that. I have long arms. But I just told Amazon I was sending the large back and keeping the medium. I don't know why the large is 10 times softer, but maybe somebody tried it and washed it. I don't know. This has not been washed. I mean, one cuff was unbuttoned, so somebody might have tried it. It's gonna get washed and hopefully it will be a lot softer. Oh, my nose is so itchy. I just did a haircut for Sebastian and so much hair up my nose and still little bits of hair everywhere. I don't have an after shot because he runs straight for the shower. He's so itchy. Poor guy has really bad eczema between his shoulder blades that he's been scratching, so there's scabs. So I slathered it with some cream since he let me. That's rare, to protect it from the shower. But yeah, made it through the long weekend and the worst day of my period. It was brutal this morning, but we did it. We did it. Got lots of years of experience. So I figured I would update you while he's in the shower. I just wanted to quickly figure out which of these I was keeping because the first one is going to run out of time on my try-on period soon. It's 7:24 and Sebastian's friend just came to the door asking if he could play. Like, what the heck? There's school tomorrow. Their school starts in 12 hours. Go to bed. Alright, so this morning my goal is alarm at 7. When they have an extra day off, I usually set my alarm for 7 because I don't want to get 3 days in a row of sleeping till whenever I want. I have been waking up naturally around like 7:30. But Danny woke up at 6:15 and I woke up briefly. He went into the shower. But then at 7 something, 30, I guess he leaves his phone here plugged in and it went off. And I couldn't go and stop it because of girl things. Once I stand up, I need to be in the bathroom or devastation. It's delicate situation. So I just had to suffer through that and it eventually stopped. I think in like 5 or 10 minutes. It felt like forever. The dog seemed uncomfortable with it. I didn't get back to sleep and then my alarm went off, but instead of getting right out of bed because I was so tired from that, I let myself have 20 minutes to like read the news and stuff. Then I got up. Sebastian immediately wanted to go out and play. He was just in his pajamas in bed and just already wanted to go out. Had to reel him in a little bit. Luckily we didn't get any full-fledged drama. He did meet with his counselor and she just wrote to me today because it was a teacher work day. This long email that I need to reread a few times and respond to. But a strategy she's trying to teach him about using colors to code stages of emotions, like blue are the slow and quiet ones. It could be sad or bored, and then moving to like yellow and green and yellow and red or something, I think was the order, and different techniques he can use. So I think what she's gonna do is pull him out at lunchtime this week, one of the lunch times. She sometimes does that to work with kids. I've seen that happen when I work the lunch shift. So she gets to bring his lunch and he doesn't miss any class and gets to have a session. So I am using those public school resources and I appreciate her. And she's my same name. So I will be writing back to her that I appreciate that and researching that more and maybe even printing out that little chart for him that she sent me. So circling back, we avoided getting into the red zone by me agreeing that after I made a piece of toast and did my Korean lesson, that I would go outside with him for the half an hour I had before I needed to get ready to go to Drex's doctor appointment. I did call them while I was getting dressed to let them know that he was getting over a cold and he still had a cough. Is it still okay for him to come? And they said as long as he'd had the cold for more than a few days, so it wasn't fresh and contagious, and he had no fever, so he was good to go. We just needed to tell them when we got there. So yeah, I made 2 pieces of cinnamon toast, but I gave one to Jax because he was kind of nervous and not wanting to make any decisions on eating. I wanted to get something into him. Kind of did that to him for lunch. I made food. I was like, hey, you want this? But yeah, it was chilly out there. I thought it was going to be nice, but then the sun went away immediately. It was chilly, but I followed Sebastian around on a little adventure, and then I had to get back in, deal with girl stuff that I let go on too long because I was out there, but got all ready to go to the doctor. Tried out the KN95 masks that I bought for the airplane. For me, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'm wearing that. And it was a really good seal. I wasn't getting any fogging. I couldn't feel any gaps. That's rare that you get one that's just like perfectly. Even the doctor, she came in and hers, I'm sure she had air going out the top. But yeah, I took the straps off when we were heading out of the medical building and it still stuck to my face. I had to pull it off, so good seal. Little suffocating, but that's how it's supposed to be. So we headed in and I let her know that the receptionist know that he did have a little cough, but they said we should just let her know. And she said, okay, I'll put you in a half and half room. They have like the physical side that's just for well visits, and then I have something wrong with me side. And they call it the sick side. It literally has a sign with somebody looking rough saying the sick side. So they did send us down the sick hall. She said it was a half and half room. I don't know what that means. We were very close to the other side, right by the offices that are in the middle, but whatever. And yeah, the nurse came in to do vitals. She was so sweet. We were telling her how Jax was nervous. She had a very thick Eastern European accent, and she's like, oh, I'm nervous too. I'm not used to speaking English while doing this job. And turns out she speaks Ukrainian and Russian, and yeah, she's very nervous still about using her English. She was doing a beautiful job. Wonderful. She's so sweet, so kind. It was nice. She did all the vitals. The only thing we had a problem with was one of Jax's ears. He failed part of the hearing test. And later on, the doctor discovered it was because of his cold. He's got fluid in his ears, and we are going to have to come back in a month just to recheck that. They assume it's going to be fine. We just need to give it time to clear out because he did have a cold, still coughing a little bit, but we've got a full week for everybody to get healthy. But 4 more days of school to get infected. I'm glad that there's 3 days of not going anywhere that we can have for them to get over anything they catch this week. But please don't catch anything this week, guys. Knock on wood. All right, I gotta speed this up. So basically, vision beautiful, ears probably fine, but we'll find out in a month. Height, he's gone from 50th percentile to 80th percentile, getting tall. Might get my tall genes, even though I am a medium-sized lady at 5'7". My dad and brother were both 6'4". My mom was like 4'11", I think. So I ended up in the middle. She brought me down a little bit, but he could go past Danny's 5'9". He is definitely growing. But the best thing is, last time he was very underweight. They were very concerned, and talking nutrition, he was in the 7th percentile for weight, but he was in the 20th, and they were so happy about that. And she's like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm like, he's like, snacks. Like, when I pack his lunch, I pack it, and then I double the amount of calories, because then he can continue to eat on the way home. He gets home too late to snack, so he can snack on the way home. And that's worked well. I mean, it's not all garbage. I'll give him extra cheese and extra protein bars and crackers and stuff, like whatever, fruit. I just kind of double everything. So that was all good news. He did need 1 shot because we had started the HPV series, and that is 2. So we were thinking maybe he didn't need 1, but since there was that one, we're like, we need to finish it. Protect yourself from penile cancer. So he did that. He's a trooper for shots now. It's no drama at all anymore for shots. I'm so glad we've gotten to that point. Proud of him. And then we just had to wait 15 minutes because of the shots. And then make the game. We went over to Giant and just grabbed some bagels real quick and a couple of other things. I forgot to get one of my teas that I wanted to pack, but that's fine. I've got to go. We can find this mango nectar that they really love to drink. So I need to go to a different store and get that. Probably tomorrow, because they probably want it for the week. So that means I can't wait. Let's see. And then I headed home. Sebastian was waiting. He wanted to go out and play, but he desperately wanted his Italian food leftovers heated up, and Dad said he had to wait for me. He had to wait for me to go to the bathroom because I was over my limit again. But I know how to layer. So yeah, I heated up his food. Then I heated up rice, thinking because I was so chilled from being out there that I wanted a hot lunch, but I didn't want that. I wanted yogurt. So I called Jack down and he just had me add peas and carrots to the rice, and he ate that, and I ate the yogurt, and I allowed Sebastian to go out and play with the sweet girl in the alley, and I just checked on him regularly, like every hour. He did switch to the one boy that he's approved to play with, and I don't think he played with the other. I don't know. He might have joined in and he's not telling me. Because right when I went to check with the last time, he was already coming around the front of the house. Like, I got to the back fence to peek over and I saw the boy he's not allowed to play with there, and I got a buzz on my watch that he was walking in the door. So I don't know, he says he didn't play with him, but he got to play it for a long time, so that solved the drama. When there's no disappointments, there's no drama. But I started dinner at 4 because it takes an hour to cook those pot pies. Jack's requested a grilled cheese, and had everything ready by 5 so that at 6:30 we could do the haircut. Finished it around 7:05. Go us. Went pretty fast. I might have missed a few hairs, but we can clean them up later. And yeah, he's been in the shower maybe 20 minutes now, so I need to get him out soon. But I'm going to clean up the mess I just made on my bed, opening up this shirt. I already have the other one put back the way it was. Still in perfect condition. I don't return things. Yucky. And I'll throw this in the wash pile and get changed and stuff. It'll be nice to be all getting ready for bed by like 8, because this is school night. I do not know if the school needs somebody to cover the lunch shift. I'm really hoping not, because still Shark Week. Still a bad part of Shark Week, and I just have things to do. I need to go through all this laundry and start figuring out what I'm packing. I need to start packing the toiletries so I can figure out what I need to buy. I'm still trying to order things just because, I mean, it's a different game when you're flying opposed to packing up a giant SUV with a roof box. You gotta get smaller versions of things or you just can't bring them. So yeah, I still just have a lot to do, and obviously I need to go get mango nectar, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. I am gonna see my friend on Wednesday. She messaged like when I was getting dressed. Oh, last minute, but do you wanna have the kids meet up at Panera? And I would have loved to, but Sebastian's a little bit snotty, so he's only allowed to play outside with people right now because we don't know what's going on, and Jax has the cough, and he was going to be the doctor, so I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Still can't. We haven't been able to see each other in ages. I ordered Girl Scout cookies from her girls ages ago, and I don't really care that much. I mean, for all I care, she can just keep the money. But I think I'll get my cookies on Wednesday. But I do like the Samoas. What's your favorite? Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. That was a long one. Holy moly, why didn't you tell me I've been talking so long? Okay, good night. Stay safe. Be kind. And don't forget, wash your hands. What you doing? Hey, look at me so I can get a picture of your hair real quick. Just turn your head. Okay, I'll get one later.